Alright, let's make some noise right now for the birthday girl, Sarb, her husband Anand, and their daughter Jaya! Once again for the birthday girl. I don't think she's 50. I think we gotta switch the numbers or something. We gotta take out a 5 and add like a 3 or something. Cause she's making me look bad. But that's okay. She looked beautiful tonight with her husband and her family, her daughter. So everyone, thank you so much. Please take your seat. And we do have a couple speeches, so we'll get right into that. Uncle Mo and Auntie Champa are ready to sit. We need you guys right at the center stage. We'll start with you guys. First of the 5 speeches. Let's go, Uncle Mo, Auntie Champa. Make some noise for the parents of Sarb.
Why does it have to me first? Could I be number 2 or 3? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, on behalf of Sarb, my wife and I would like to extend to you a warm and cordial welcome here tonight as we join in celebrating Sarb's 50th birthday. To be precise, May 5th, 1975, 50 years ago. For the first time, my wife and I became parents. And that was a memorable day. I remember May 5th being a Monday morning, and this young lady next to me woke me and said, "Rudy, I think it's time. She wants to come out." At that time, we were living in Parade Street, Kingston, and the hospital was just like 2 minutes away. St. Joseph Hospital. And so my mom and I took her to the hospital. At that time, my sister Mila, who's here tonight, was a registered nurse at the Mercy Hospital, so that made it a little easier. I felt more comfortable knowing my sister was there. So she was admitted, and I went back to work. And then around 11 a.m. in the morning, the phone in my office rang. On the other end of the phone was my mom. And I could never forget the words, 3 words. "It's a girl." And both mother and father, both mom and baby were doing well. That same evening, my mom and I went to the home of our family priest, Pandit Shankar Prasad, to look for a name. I remember him came up with 3 names. The first one, Satya Bhamani Devi. The second one, Sarb Kamni Devi. The third one, I don't remember. But eventually, we settled on Sarb Kamni Devi. Okay, moving on. Oh my God. You know, on that day, it was such a memorable day in that both my wife and I became parents for the first time. And she was such a joy in our life. And so we want to say we love you. Thank you for being a part of our life, for our firstborn. And growing up in Guyana, we lived for most of our lives, and part of our life, Sarb grew up in Kingston, where she was born. And having lived in Parade Street, Kingston for about 4 or 5 years, then we moved to 5th Street, Albertown, to my sister's home after they had immigrated to the United States. Sarb went to school, her first school was the Stella Maris School, which was situated in Wolford Avenue, where she stayed until she wrote her common entrance. And then she got a place in St. Joseph High School, which was not far from her original school. We lived, well, Sarb and I, as a family, we lived most of our lives in Georgetown, except for occasions when we would go up to Maiconi, where her maternal grandparents were, and we would spend weekends ever so often. And those were very nice days. We enjoyed those days in the country. And we continued to live in Georgetown until we migrated to the United States in 1988. And here in the United States, as usual, Sarb went to school, high school. And then another memorable day in my life is when she met and married her husband, her handsome husband. Anand Subraj. And such, her name changed from Singh to Subraj. And that was another memorable day. That September 1st, when they got married. Another memorable day, and probably the most happiest, was when little Jaya Subraj came into our lives. First grandchild on both sides of the family. And so I would also at this time like to welcome all of you for being here tonight in celebrating Sarb's 50th birthday. Special shout out to Rosa for coming all the way from Washington, to Sant coming out all the way from New Jersey, and to all of the rest of you, Dan Raj and Darshini came up from New York this morning. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight and celebrating Sarb's 50th birthday. Once again, Sarb, on behalf of your mom and I, we would like to extend to you a happy and healthy 50th birthday. May the gods continue to bless, guide, and protect you for many, many more years to come. Thank you all for being here tonight. Once again, Sarb, happy birthday!
All right, well said, Okamo. Good job. Next up, we'd like to call the parents of Anand, Uncle Harry, and Joaquin. Please make your way to the center stage.
The center stage.
Good evening, all. Good evening, family and friends. Sarb, happy birthday. If I could sing, I would sure bust out a big tune.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to read because I tend to forget. No. Well, most of you know me. I'm Anand's mom and Sarb's mother-in-law. And you know, mother-in-laws have a bad rep.
No, not always.
But I must say, I try my best to be a good mother-in-law, and I could see the results. And I'm going to read it to you. Sarb is our first daughter-in-law. She has made us very proud and very happy since the day she joined our family, close to almost 20 years ago. Sarb, attaining this milestone is a time of reflection. I've watched Sarb matured into this beautiful 50-year-old girl. She has high standards, immense strength, and very happy with the life she has created for herself and Jaya. Sarb works hard and is an excellent mother, daughter, and wife. As I reflect upon the last 20 years, I want to let you know that Harry and I, Sarb, we acknowledge that you and Anand always find the time to celebrate our birthdays. In the last 20 years, I don't believe there was one that you have missed. You both remember all our birthdays. I don't recall a statutory holiday or any holiday that we spent alone. We were always together, and I thank God for that. Thanksgiving and Christmas is such a special tradition. We have spent all our Christmases the last 20 years. If I spend Christmas Eve, next morning I'm on a plane somewhere else, but I have to do Christmas or Thanksgiving with this family, including Mohan and Rose. It's a tradition to spend that time with you guys. Harry and I will always remember the times we spent with Jaya. As Mo mentioned, she has brought so much joy into our lives. Let me tell you a little bit about that. When she was little, Sarb and Anand never deprived us of the joy of spending time with Jaya. The two of you, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hear horror stories, and I feel so blessed that I was given that opportunity. We enjoyed her baby days immensely. We did the things we never got to do with our own children, playing soccer, going for runs, going for walks, having a picnic under a tree, and a snake crawled up one time. Watching Jaya do flips and trying to teach us how to backflip was amazing. We saw her ride her first tricycle. We also have 4 other granddaughters that we spend lots of time with in the summer, because they're not living here, but so our summers are spent there, and Jaya, we leave her with her other grandparents. I would just like to say again, thank you very much for the years, and I'm looking forward to many more happy, happy years. You've been a tremendous, kind, and loving daughter-in-law, and may Lord Shiva continue to bless you. You've done well. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to celebrate with you, and may God bless you. And I'm going to turn this over to Harry.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for passing this on to me. And everyone, I hope you're having a great time tonight. Sarb put it together very nicely. Not Sarb and Anand. And you guys are doing very well so far tonight. And you have some more to come, I understand, but we'll look forward for that. I just want to, side note, I just want to say, other than happy birthday to you today, I just want to say that, I don't know, some 20 years ago, I remember I was coming back from New York, and looked at me, he said, you know, we went to a wedding, and he was there, and he just pulled out his phone and he showed me this little picture here. He said, you know, Dad, I've been looking around, but this is the one. I'm getting married. This is the one I'm going to get married to. And that was after the wedding 20 years ago. So he fulfilled that promise. And Sarb, you have made us very proud of you. You've done so much for both of us and the family. And we always look forward to being with you and all the time. So, and Jaya, of course, Jaya is always there. She spent so much time with us growing up. As a baby, every day we sit down and have our dinner, and she, of course, she doesn't want to eat. You gotta force her to eat. It's a normal thing with kids. You gotta poke them down their mouth, whatever. But anyway, Happy birthday, Sarb, and you're doing very well. You've accomplished so much in your time. I have not done that. I'm not sure with your dad, but he did a lot too, but I think you've done a lot. So enjoy the time. You did very well. Okay, happy birthday. And I think we request now that you guys, for the birthday, just raise your hand, raise your glasses. We're gonna have a toast on this for birthday. So, a toast. Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sir. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Good job, good job. We were gonna do Are You One, Are You Two, but we'll be here all night, so we'll skip that portion. All right, next up we're gonna call Sarb's favorite cha-cha. Who do you guys think that is?
Uncle Robin!
Mr. Robin Singh to the stage. Let's go, make some noise for Robin Singh. The man in the dashing white cream suit. He look like the Great Gatsby. Go. Scarface. Scarface.
All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Are you guys ready to party?
Of course.
Well, I'm ready because I'm ready since Thursday. I'm here. I want to party. I couldn't wait for tonight. Sarb, my dear niece, 50 years is a classic year to be. I just want to wish you happiness, good health, and good success. May your future be blessed with may your future be blessed with experience that you would challenge going forward, and you would conquer them, because you're a girl. What you want, you get. I know that. May your future be, have success. Anything you do. New experiences. Sarb, be yourself. Be the person you are. Aim for the sky. If you don't get the sky, you'll get the moon. What else? But you're up there. Sarb, continue to be the good person. Be your life. Be who you are. Continue to inspire everyone around you. I know all those kids that you're around love you, and you pay attention to them, and you look after them. Keep up the good works. Again, happy birthday to you. Tonight is your special night. So have a blast. Remember, 50 years is a one-way street. Enjoy it tonight. And everyone here tonight, let's have and celebrate my niece's birthday and enjoy, and everybody should be dancing. I don't know what time you close off your invitation is, say, but I would say about 5. That would be good. Okay guys, enjoy and have a great time tonight.
All right. Well done, well done. We have a lot of speakers from like the US, right? I think we need some speakers from the 51st state of the US. You guys know that? I don't think it's official yet, but it will be official soon. All right, well, next up we'd like to call Gavin Pullard to represent for the cousins of Sarb on behalf of all cousins. Make some way for Gav from the 51st state. Oh, yes.
I have no comments on that previous comment. I prepared something because my mind is going also, so I forget to, so I prepared something. So thank you, Mr. MCs, for that introduction. As mentioned previously, I am Gavin Pollard. I'm one of Sarb's many cousins, but one of her few cousins that live in Canada, the independent sovereign country of Canada. So myself and my brothers, Alvin and Avin, were from Canada, but we would visit New York often, New York City often. And it was great. Back in the 80s, it was just us kids, myself, my two brothers, no other kids around. You know, we had a lot of fun. We went to Manhattan, we did Statue of Liberty, we did Empire State Building, we did Sunken Meadows Park back in the 80s.
Sunken Meadows, right.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, of course.
It was great times, great times.
That's so true.
Great times in New York in the 80s. And then came the year 1988. Enter Sarb and Darsh. And by the way, I know it's Trakal, but I call her Darsh, so if I do say Darsh, I'm referring to Trakal, but the year was 1988, Christmas 1988. And this takes you to my first story. I have two stories to tell you guys today. I think Anna knows these stories, you know these stories. So, Christmas 1988 was the first time we actually encountered Sarb and Darsh. And it was a tradition in New York at 144th Street to celebrate Christmas there at my grandmother's house. We would gather around the Christmas tree. We would have, an elf that we would select, and the elf would go about sharing gifts out to all the kids. And every child would get a garbage bag. And Sarb would get a garbage bag, Trakal would get a garbage bag, I would get one, Alvin would get one, and Nav would get one, my two brothers. And as the night progressed, my brothers and I, we noticed that Sarb's gift pile was getting higher and higher and higher, more higher than ours. And as time went on, we saw that Sarb's garbage bag was getting more full and more full and more full than ours. So of course this was something odd. And I remember going upstairs to the bedroom and I said to my brother, who are these girls? And why are they getting more gifts than us? And my brother Alvin said, don't worry, we have to be nice. We have to play nice with them and be friendly with them. But don't worry, one day we will get our revenge. But of course that day never came in terms of revenge, because as time went on and as the years and the months progressed, what was a fierce rivalry became a natural cousin bond that was formed between us. And not just among us cousins, but among all the cousins as well. And I think that's what makes our family unique. It's that despite the great many number of us cousins, despite the fact that a lot of us are different in ages, we live in different places, and despite the fact that we all many of us have our own individual families, the cousin bond remains strong amongst all of us.
True. True.
And that's a good segue to my next story. So my next story is called The Summer of 1989, actually. So again, as mentioned previously, we used to go to New York often. My mom and dad would sometimes leave Alvin, Avin, and us at 144th Street to spend the summer with Sarb and Darsh. And I remember it was one summer, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but I know Auntie Sandra, Uncle Kumar, grandfather and Nanny had to go out somewhere. They had to go out somewhere, and they left us kids home alone. Well, Sarb had to look after us. And it was a hot summer day, and we were bored. And I remember someone at 144th Street had just bought a stereo system. So a stereo system, if you guys remember back in the days, was 4 feet high with a tape recorder, a record player, receiver, something this high. And you can imagine, as kids, it came in big cardboard boxes. big cardboard boxes. So we decided one day that we would do something with these cardboard boxes. We wanted to do something fun with the boxes. And I remember Trakal and I, we opted to want to build a clubhouse out of these cardboard boxes. But we were overruled because Sarb had a better idea. Her idea, mind you, this is July, right? July, hot July. Sarb's idea was, let's build a swimming pool in the backyard. So Trakal and I were like, okay, fine, we were overruled with younger ones. So we said, okay, fine, we went with the flow. And Sarb led this expedition to create this swimming pool. And this pool was big, it was large. It was about the size of maybe 2 of these tables, 4 feet high. And as we were building it, we said to ourselves, hold on a second. If the water goes in the cardboard boxes, it's gonna soak eventually, and it's gonna fall apart. And that's when Sarb had her second brilliant idea. Her idea was we're gonna line the swimming pool with plastic, garbage bags. So I don't know what happened, but we went into the kitchen at 144th Street and somehow we found garbage bags. I don't know where we found, it was like 30 garbage bags, and we pasted them down on the swimming pool and stuck it all together, and it was great, it was perfect. Then came the moment of truth where we began to fill the pool up with water. And within 5 minutes, the pool came crashing down. So now the pool crashed, the whole backyard's flooded, and we're scared now because the adults are about to come home, And it wasn't Auntie Sandra we were worried about too much, or Uncle Kumar, or even Nanny. It was our grandfather who we were scared of. Now, don't get me wrong, he was a lovely man, but he terrified us as kids. Anyways, to conclude, these are just some stories that we shared as cousins. And Sarb, it's easy to say that a lot of us cousins, we're older, we all have our own families and our own individual lives and homes and so on and so forth, but you've really set that bar for us in terms of, how you carry yourself, your commitment to your religion, the way you're raising the ever charming, dashing, and often sassy Jaya Sobraj, as well as Anand, of course, the Orlando's number one. On behalf of myself and all the cousins and all the nephews and nieces that are here today and the ones that couldn't make it, we want to wish you, Sarb, a very happy birthday. We love you lots.
Yes, good job, Gab. A lot of good stories there. That makes sense. When you go up to Guyana, you come over to the US, you want to take over. I understand that 100%. All right, next up, we would like to call the sister of Sarb, Trakal. Let's make some noise for Trakal.
Thank you. When you're 50, everybody needs papers because nobody can remember anything. So, but good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate my amazing sister, Sarb, as she's turning the big 50. 50. It's a milestone that deserves a proper celebration. Some might say it's over the hill, but I say it's the perfect vantage point to see just how incredible the view is. And how great is this view? Between last night's wonderful celebration and tonight with family and friends here all for you. So, I've known Sarb for my entire life. And I have so many memories. As the younger sibling, I've had the advantage of not having to figure everything out on my own because she's been there to help me and to teach me. I remember when I was first learning how to drive. And she took me out to practice, and it was not going well. And she turned and she said to me, she's like, you can't be nervous. You have to be confident when you're driving. And that small moment and piece of advice made a huge difference. Because after that, I became a much better driver. That might be subjective, but I thought I got much better. But then I remembered when I first started working and I had my first job and I had to get all dressed up for work. Most of my wardrobe came from her closet because she had much better taste and much nicer clothes. And it was to the point of where one of my work girlfriends, every time she complimented my outfit, she'd be like, "That must be your sister's." And I'm like, yes, it is. Then, just to the other day, when I apparently was informed of the new home decor trends. So I was adjusting the pillows, the throw pillows on her couch, apparently incorrectly. And then she said to me, "We don't chop pillows anymore. That's not the style." Our cousin Omkar, right here, our photographer, coined her house the museum. You don't get to museum status without having great taste and knowing all the new trends. But those are just some of the examples of how Sarb has been teaching me throughout my life. Sarb, I'm lucky to have you in my life. You're always so thoughtful and caring, and you do so much for all of us. And for that, God has blessed you with a beautiful life and a family. Anand, you're the brother I never had. And thank you for being such a great partner for my sister. And your daughter, your awesome daughter. And my niece, Jaya, my favorite person in the world. Thank you for giving her to me. So in closing, on behalf of myself and Brian, the Irishman, we want to wish you all the best on your special day. May the next 50 years be even more amazing. Thank you.
Great job, Sarb. Yes. All right, we're down to the last couple speeches. Next up, Anand and Jaya. Let's go.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad that everybody could make it today and to celebrate my mom's 50th birthday. I hope that everybody has as much fun as they did last night, because that was a blast. And I hope that everybody can make some new friends and hang out with some new people. And yeah, thank you so much for my mom and for teaching me everything that I haven't learned yet in life. And thank you for my dad for teaching me everything that I haven't learned in life. And everybody's speeches were so good, there's nothing else left to say. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to my dad.
Well, thank you, Judge. Well, of course. What can I say now? After Mohan's speech, Mom's speech, Gavin's speech, Robin's speech, there's not a whole lot left to say. So, I'm gonna read some poetry. 50 is awesome. 50 is bold. 50 is super far from being old. 50 is vibrant. 50 is yes. 50 is seeing through all the BS. 50 is mindful. 50 is well. But you don't look 50, as far as I can tell. To my wife, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. To all our friends and family that made the weekend, the time, made the sacrifices to come enjoy. I know of 2 or 3 different people had events today and still made time to come tonight. Folks that came from Guyana, folks that came from our next state, 51. Even folks that came from our contingent here in Winter Garden and in Davenport. The folks that spend all the time with us. My mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. Thank you guys so much for all the work and time that you put into making sure that this weekend was going to be fantastic. Now it's time to drink and party.
All right.
Well done, Anand. All right, guys. I think this is it, right? Do you guys want more speeches? Let me say yes if you want to hear a couple more speeches, like 10 more. 10 more? Are you hungry? I think everyone's hungry or thirsty. I think we're thirsty, right? So at this point, I would love to call the birthday girl to give this final speech of tonight. Let's make some noise right now, guys. For Sarb.
Good evening, family and friends. I guess I'm the only one up here with no speech, so I'm gonna wing it. You know, again, to just recap what I stated last night, as I look in this room this evening, my heart is filled with so much joy. To have all of my family and my friends to take the time to come and be with myself, Anand and Jaya, means so much to me. I go back to saying that we can accumulate wealth, we can have all material things, but time is the greatest gift, I believe to date, that you can give to anyone. And tonight, you all have chosen to give me some of your time. And for that, I am so appreciative. 99% of you have traveled from different states, different countries, and for that, I am so thankful. I'm grateful that you've taken just a moment of your life to put aside to be here with us tonight. A few tokens that I have to give this evening. To my in-laws, for being there before my parents got here. I am so grateful to you. When Jaya was born, you took care of her for the first year so that I can go back to work. The sacrifices that you made for me, there are no words. I have no words to express what you've done for me. The support that you've given me, again, I have no words. For 18 years of my life, you've been there and you've treated me just like your daughter. You've never showed me any animosity. You've always been so kind, both of you. And I'm so grateful for that, to have you as in-laws. I'm thankful for that. To my sister, I don't even know what to say. If I have issues, any problems, whatever, you're the first person I call, you know that. any advice I need, even though I'm older, you're the first person I think to call. To Brian, for not even being in this family for such a long time. You are so kind to us. Every time you even come to my home, Sarb, what can I do? How can I help? Even Anand stated last night, you washed all the dishes. My mother-in-law said, you were in there just wiping all the dishes, washing it. Thank you so much for all that you do. I have to shout out two of my cousins, Randy and Omkar. No, Randy and Dave. Sorry, Omkar too. But Randy and Dave, you guys for being local, always your support means so much to me. Every time there's a get-together, Randy's always texting Anand, what can I do? What can I bring? Dave is the same thing. I am so grateful for the two of you. You're my brothers in Florida. I love all of my cousins, but Randy and Dave hold a special place in my heart.
I'm about to turn his camera off. I'm about to turn his camera off and go home.
To the two people that brought me into this world, I have no words. I hope that as I stand here tonight, 50 years, you can say that you are proud of my accomplishments. What I've achieved in my life to date, I will not get into it, but you know. I hope you can reflect on that and say, that it was worth it. Leaving Guyana, the good life that you had, and the sacrifices that you and Mom made for myself and Trikal. I hope that tonight you can say that not only myself, but Trikal, that we've done very well for ourselves.
Sure.
To my husband, my partner for life, I am so glad that God showed me you and provided that path for us to be together for 18 years. I am thankful, I'm grateful for that. And you always, I can honestly say that Anand always stands by my side, and he's always very supportive of whatever I choose to do. He makes our marriage feel easy. It's very seamless. And I can honestly say that's not a lie. And for that, I'm thankful for you. To my daughter, you are the greatest accomplishment that I've had to date. Making me a mom is the best thing that I could have asked for. The day you were born, Jaya, you made me so happy. And I'm so blessed that Lord Shiva, I always tell you, you are my Lord Shiva baby. You know that. I'm so glad Lord Shiva sent you to me. I love you so much. To all of the rest of my family who have traveled, again, I have no words to tell you. I am so grateful for everyone tonight. And you were the chosen ones that I chose to be here, because each and every one of you have touched me in some way, shape, or form. And for that, I love, love, love all of you guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. Thank you for taking the time to be with me this weekend. Lastly, the person who did this cake, Vani, aka Momzo, aka David's mom. Thank you. Thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate it. You did it for my 16th birthday, Momzo, and now you're doing it for my 50th birthday. We talked about that, right? Again, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate it. Please enjoy yourselves, drink, get drunk, eat, and let's have a good time. Good night. Enjoy.
Well done, well said, Sarb. Actually, don't leave. I need you right back here. So, ladies and gentlemen, that ends the speeches, but we're gonna cut the cake right away before we go into dinner. So, Anand and Jaya, please join your mom. All right.